I bought this camera off Temu for $10. We're gonna see today what it's like, how it performs, and what it does against other cameras. If you look at it, I'll show close-ups. It shows a few interesting things. It says 48 megapixels, 2.7K. I'm pretty interested to see what this camera can actually do. It was, like I said, only $10. It says quality insurance. Honestly, I'll be surprised if it even turns on. Sometimes the packaging is really interesting on Temu products, especially because it says some pretty random things on it, such as student camera, better life, face detection, and beauty face. Not quite sure what any of these things mean, but I think we're about to find out. As you open it, you get this. I mean, nothing special. You get a USB-C charging port, and you get a lanyard. Now, not quite sure about the instructions. We're not gonna dive deep into that, but that's all you get out of this. Here's the camera in this packaging. Pull it out. Honestly, for $10, it's not terrible. Well, honestly, it's pretty bad. It's got wide, telephoto, basic settings, micro SD card. I hope this is charged enough, but it's really interesting to see that, I don't know, $10 to this camera. What do you guys think? So we have this camera on right now. It's honestly, it looks really kind of cool. You know those apps that you can download in the App Store where it'll turn your footage into like old vintage VHS style? This is basically what this camera is. Now, let's see what it looks like for a photo and video. It does say it's 48 megapixels, which I do not believe at all, but let's see what this camera can do. Figured out how to use the camera now. It's actually really cool. We're in video mode right now. I'm not quite sure how to change to photo mode, but oh, it looks like it's right there. Okay. So resolution, you can change it to 48. Let's see what that does. You ready? There's a cool car over here that we'll go take a photo of and see what this 48 megapixel camera can do. Let's see what the 48 megapixels does with this. Okay, we took a photo. That's so weird. Wow. So it makes the weirdest. Okay, so that's a 48 megapixel camera. That's what it is. So let's see what it looks like. Wow, how weird. So we've taken videos on this camera now and video. We'll take a few more videos. But the main test right now is I kind of want to compare this camera to the Fujifilm, which they say is very similar in megapixels, which I do not believe at all. So let's take a photo of this old tractor here and see what it looks like. Wow. We're shooting right now, and I kind of wanted to see what this camera would look like almost if I was vlogging. Now, I know the mic, that's going to be a huge test, and other things. But what's even really cool is when you're filming, there's this little reflective, almost you can see yourself when you're filming. And I've never seen this before on any other camera. So I went around, took some videos and photos with this camera, and honestly, I'm kind of shocked for $10. Now, it's not the best, but it's one of those cameras that you can just have fun with. Let's say you're out with some friends and this camera, it gets lost. Oh well. The biggest problem is going to be the SD card. Most SD cards would actually cost more than this camera, but I think the real test is to see if they're lying about this 48 megapixels, because I do not believe it at all. So enough talking, let's put on the glasses and see what camera does best. Okay, so we have both cameras here now. We have the Fujifilm X-T5 and we have this Temu camera that costs it only $10. Now the goal is to see if this camera is actually 48 megapixels and this camera is 42 megapixels. So let's see if there is a big difference. What I'm thinking is if we do this unopened beer right here and maybe some of these balls. So let's start off with some of these balls on the tree. and see where this can go. We're gonna start off with the Fujifilm. Super nice. Honestly, this is one of my favorite cameras for taking photos. It's beautiful. Such a nice camera. It's not even fair, to be honest, to put it up to the test against this Temu camera, but you know, they're fairly close in megapixels, so they say. So now let's see what this camera can do. We're gonna take the same photo. And see. It's honestly it's like nostalgic to see. Man, I remember like growing up with broken old cameras like this, and it just feels like a toy. It doesn't even feel real, to be honest. Just giving off the screen alone, I'm not sure if you can see that, but the screen is not very good. I'll keep on going back. This camera was $10. What can you do for $10? You can buy a lunch, or you can buy this. So we just did the split comparison. We took some photos of the bush over there and a beer can. To be honest, it's kind of what you expect. This camera, the screen is not very good. It's almost died already. It's what you expect for $10. Putting this camera to this camera as a test, it's kind of a joke, as in, I thought it would be funny because the package says it's 48 megapixels, right? So I wanted to see if it was kind of the same. It's not really at all, but you know what? This is a camera that you can just have fun with. Not really worry about if it gets lost. The main thing is gonna be the SD card if you lose it. That's gonna suck. Make sure to subscribe because I'm gonna be buying a lot more Temu cameras to put to the test and see how they perform. Because overall, for $10, I don't see anything wrong. For $10, I don't see anything wrong with this camera. You can have so much fun with a $10 camera like this. In this camera, it fits perfectly into your pocket. So there's only one thing left to do. We're at an abandoned driving range, so let's hit some balls. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this. See you in the next one. So I finished editing and basically looking through the footage on this camera, and maybe I should have gave my opinion or waited for my opinion till I looked at that footage and photos. It was pretty interesting. There's a few things that honestly, it looked better on the screen. On this screen, it looked better than when I took it and viewed it on the computer. I have a few things that I want to change in like the settings that I looked. There was a higher setting I could go for videos and photos, and I want to review the flash more and this little silver thing that you can see. Oh, it's not going to focus, but anyways, this camera, I think I'm going to start a little series where I actually go and get more Temu cameras, so follow along for that. And yeah, I want to go and film another video later in the week where I talk about, I don't know, honestly, stay tuned for that. Not quite sure what we're going to do. Subscribe, follow along, and for more videos on the channel. So stay tuned for that.